It's 10:30 at night. You're hungry. Maybe you skipped dinner. Maybe you're stressed. Maybe you're just craving something sweet. But then that voice in your head says, don't eat. It will turn straight into fat. Is that actually true? Does eating late at night automatically cause weight gain, or is that just one of the most misunderstood nutrition myths out there? For years, people have been told that food eaten after a certain time is more fattening, that your metabolism shuts down at night, that calories consumed in the evening are stored instantly as fat. Your body is not a simple on and off switch. It's far more complex than that. Let's start with metabolism. Your body burns calories 24 hours a day, even while you sleep. Your heart beats, your lungs breathe, your cells repair, your brain stays active. This baseline energy use is called your resting metabolic rate. It doesn't suddenly shut down at 8 p.m. So technically, eating late at night does not magically convert food into fat more than eating the same food at 2 p.m. Calories still count the same. Your body still processes nutrients the same way, but here's where things get more nuanced. Your body follows a circadian rhythm, an internal clock that regulates hormones, digestion, metabolism, and sleep cycles. During the daytime, your body is generally more insulin sensitive. That means it handles carbohydrates and glucose more efficiently. As evening approaches, insulin sensitivity naturally decreases. This doesn't mean your body can't handle food at night. It simply means large, heavy meals high in refined carbohydrates may be processed less efficiently compared to earlier in the day. Now let's talk about behavior. Late night eating is often not about hunger. It's about emotion, habit, boredom, or stress. And the types of foods chosen at night tend to be calorie dense, high sugar or ultra processed. It's rarely grilled chicken and vegetables at midnight. It's usually chips, desserts, or leftover pizza. So is it the time that causes weight gain? Or is it the pattern and food choices that come with that time? Research shows that people who consistently consume a large portion of their daily calories late at night may struggle more with weight control. But this is often linked to overall calorie intake, sleep disruption, and hormonal imbalance, not just the clock itself. Sleep plays a huge role. Eating very heavy meals right before bed can disturb sleep quality. Poor sleep then increases hunger hormones the next day, especially ghrelin, while decreasing leptin, the hormone that signals fullness. That hormonal shift makes you hungrier and more likely to overeat. So sometimes the weight gain blamed on late eating is actually the result of poor sleep and increased appetite the following day. There's also stress. Cortisol levels can rise in the evening if you're anxious or overstimulated. Stress, eating late at night, becomes a coping mechanism. And when stress hormones are high, your body is more likely to store energy rather than burn it efficiently. The truth is, timing matters, but not in the simple way most people think. Now let's go deeper into what actually happens inside your body when you eat late at night. Imagine it's 11 p.m. You eat a full meal, maybe rice, bread, chicken, and something sweet. The food enters your stomach and digestion begins just like it would at lunchtime. Enzymes break down carbohydrates into glucose. Proteins are broken into amino acids. Fats are converted into fatty acids. Nothing magical changes just because it's dark outside. But your hormonal environment does. At night, your body prepares for rest. Melatonin, the hormone that signals sleep, begins to rise. And interestingly, melatonin can slightly reduce insulin secretion. That means your body may not manage blood sugar quite as efficiently as it would earlier in the day. Does that mean everything you eat at night turns into fat? No. But if you regularly eat large, high-sugar meals very late, blood sugar may stay elevated longer. Over time, that pattern can affect metabolic health. There was a well-known study that compared people who ate the same number of calories but distributed them differently across the day. One group ate more calories earlier in the day, while the other group consumed most of their calories at night. The early eaters tended to lose slightly more weight and had better insulin sensitivity. But here's the important detail. Total calories were still the main factor. Timing influenced efficiency, not magic fat storage. Now let's talk about a scenario that often gets ignored. What if you train in the evening? If you work out at 7 or 8 p.m., your body actually benefits from protein afterward, even if it's late. A muscle repair and recovery require amino acids. In that case, eating at night is not harmful. It's supportive. Athletes and shift workers often eat late without gaining weight because their total calorie balance and activity level are controlled. This brings us to the real principle behind weight gain energy balance. If you consistently consume more calories than your body burns, you gain weight. If you consume fewer, you lose weight. Time alone does not override that equation. However, light eating can indirectly lead to overeating. Here's why. During the day, you're busy. You're distracted. You have structure. Meals are more intentional. But at night, you're relaxed. You're watching TV, scrolling your phone. Your guard is down, and something interesting happens in the brain. Decision fatigue sets in. After making choices all day long, your brain becomes less resistant to temptation. That makes high-calorie snacks much harder to resist at night. So again, the problem isn't the clock. It's the psychology and environment around the clock. Now let's address another myth. Food eaten at night isn't burn because you're sleeping. That sounds logical, but it's incomplete. Even during sleep, your body burns calories. In fact, deep sleep supports fat burning and muscle recovery. Your brain is still active. Your body is repairing tissues. Hormones are balancing. The key issue isn't that you stop burning calories at night. It's that you're not moving as much. So total daily energy expenditure may be lower if nighttime eating adds extra calories beyond what you burned during the day. Let's talk about people who skip meals all day and then eat most of their calories at night. This pattern can spike hunger intensely in the evening. When you restrict too much during the day, your body responds by increasing cravings later. This often leads to overeating, not because of the time, but because of biological compensation. Ironically, eating balanced meals throughout the day can actually reduce late night cravings. Another factor that often gets overlooked is chronotype. Some people are naturally night owls. Their internal clock runs later. For them, eating at 9 p.m. might biologically feel like someone else eating at 6 p.m. Research suggests metabolism timing may differ slightly based on individual circadian rhythm. So a universal rule like never eat after 7 p.m. doesn't consider personal biology, work schedules, or cultural eating patterns. Now let's zoom out. Does late night eating cause weight gain? Not directly, but it can create conditions that make weight gain more likely. Overconsumption of calories, high intake of ultra-processed foods, poor sleep quality, hormonal disruption, stress-related eating, lack of daily structure. And that's a big difference from saying food turns to fat after 8 p.m. So now the big question becomes practical. What should you actually do if you're hungry at night? First, you need to separate two very different things: physical hunger and emotional hunger. Physical hunger builds gradually. Your stomach feels empty. You may feel low energy. Almost any balanced food sounds satisfying. Emotional hunger is different. It appears suddenly. It usually craves something specific: sweets, chips, comfort food. And even after eating, it often doesn't feel fully satisfied. If you're physically hungry at night, eating something balanced is completely reasonable. In fact, ignoring true hunger can disrupt sleep and lead to overeating the next day. The key is choosing wisely. If you're going to eat late, prioritize protein and fiber. Protein helps stabilize blood sugar and supports muscle repair overnight. Fiber slows digestion and keeps you satisfied. A small bowl of Greek yogurt with nuts, a boiled egg with some fruit, cottage cheese, a protein smoothie. Even a light dinner, what you want to avoid is a large, high sugar, high fat binge right before lying down. Not because it turns into fat instantly, but because it can spike blood sugar, disturb sleep, and add excess calories you didn't need. Portion size matters more than the clock. Now let's talk about people trying to lose weight. If late night eating is it can slow fat loss, but the solution isn't clear, it's structure. Try this simple approach. Eat balanced meals during the day. Include enough protein at each meal. Don't overly restrict. Set a gentle kitchen closing time if nighttime snacking is purely habitual. Sometimes simply brushing your teeth after dinner creates a psychological signal that eating is done. Another powerful tool is improving sleep hygiene. Dim lights at night. Reduce screen exposure. Go to bed earlier. When you sleep well, hunger hormones stay balanced and cravings naturally decrease. Now let's address something important. Cultural eating patterns vary widely. In many countries, dinner is naturally eaten late, 9 or 10 p.m., and people are not automatically overweight because of it. The difference is overall lifestyle, food quality, and total calorie intake. This shows us again, it's not just about timing, it's about context. And here's something many people find surprising. For some individuals, a small protein-rich snack before bed can actually improve blood sugar stability overnight and reduce morning hunger. Some research in athletes and older adults even suggests that pre-sleep protein may support muscle preservation. So late night eating isn't automatically bad. It's situational. Let's simplify everything we've discussed. Eating late at night does not magically cause weight gain. Calories matter. Food quality matters. Sleep matters. Hormones matter. Stress matters. Total daily habits matter. Time alone does not override biology. If you eat 2,000 calories, whether they're consumed between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. or 11 a.m. and 9 p.m., your body doesn't suddenly change the math. But if late night eating causes you to overeat, sleep poorly, or make lower quality food choices, then indirectly, yes, it can contribute to weight gain. The real solution isn't strict rules like never eat after 7 p.m. It's awareness. Ask yourself, am I truly hungry? Did I eat enough during the day? Am I stressed? Am I tired? Is this habit or need? When you understand your body instead of fearing the clock, you gain control. And that's the truth about eating late at night. So next time it's late at night and you feel hungry, pause for just a moment. Not to judge yourself, not to panic, but to understand what's really happening. For years, we've been told that eating after a certain time is dangerous, that calories somehow become more fattening when the sun goes down. But the science tells a much calmer, more rational story. Your body does not switch off at 8 p.m. Your metabolism does not fall asleep before you do. And food does not magically transform into body fat simply because it's nighttime. Weight gain happens when there is a consistent calorie surplus over time, not because of a specific hour on the clock. But timing can influence behavior, and behavior influences results. Late at night, we're tired. Our willpower is lower. Cravings feel stronger. Sleep can be disrupted, and poor sleep affects hunger hormones the next day. That's where the real impact begins. So instead of fearing nighttime eating, shift the focus. Build balanced meals during the day. Include enough protein and fiber. Manage stress. Protect your sleep. Create structure if you struggle with mindless snacking. And if you're genuinely hungry at night, eat something balanced. Eat mindfully. Keep portions reasonable. Then sleep peacefully. Because long-term health isn't built on rigid food rules. It's built on understanding your body and creating sustainable habits. The truth about eating late at night isn't dramatic. It isn't extreme. It isn't based on fear. It's based on biology, behavior, and balance. And once you understand that, you stop fighting the clock and start working with your body instead. If this changed how you think about nighttime eating, imagine what else might be misunderstood about nutrition.